Welcome to the Springfield Police Department's Academy. We're certainly glad to have you today. A couple observations. Number one, this is a really cool view from the front, seeing how crowded this facility is, and that has a lot to do with our folks in the front rows here. So thanks to the family for coming today. Observation number two, I guess we need to order some more chairs. So we'll work on that for next time. Hey, my name is Ken Scarlett. I have the privilege of serving as Chief of Police here at the Springfield Police Department. And again, I welcome you. Thank you for coming. This is an exciting and a unique ceremony for several reasons. One, we have the opportunity to congratulate some new promotees at various ranks throughout our agency. We also have the opportunity to celebrate brand new officers with the Springfield Police Department, as well as some lateral officers. So looking forward to today's ceremony. And please keep in mind, today's events are really all about you all and these folks up here. So as the opportunity presents itself, feel free to move about, take as many photos as you like. This is your chance to capture the moments of today. So before we begin, I want to make a few introductions. I'll begin with the Mayor of the City of Springfield, Mayor Misty Buscher. Thanks for coming. We'll have the privilege of hearing from the Mayor momentarily. Next, I'd like to thank the other department directors that are here. I know I saw about 3 or 4 that are here with us today, so thanks for being a part of this ceremony with us. And finally, I'd like to introduce my senior staff. Part of them are seated in the front row, so you get to hear about them momentarily. But those with us today are Deputy Chief Andrew Dodd, Deputy Chief Josh Stunkel, Deputy Chief Sarah Pickford, and Commander Ron Williams. We have a great department and a great team, and a lot of our accomplishments have a lot to do with the men and women of my senior staff. I'm truly grateful for their leadership and look forward to many great things to come with that. So, well, service pride and dedication, those are 3 simple words that make up the values associated with the Springfield Police Department. These values are essential in not only performing day-to-day operations as patrol officers, but they also represent the fundamental leadership components for those of you that embark upon your leadership journey. Well, we serve 113,000 citizens of the city of Springfield, and we are the 7th largest law enforcement agency in the state of Illinois. Our men and women will handle well over 100,000 calls for service, and those citizens not only request, but also demand our service. As the newest officers, it's your goal to be patient, to be empathetic, and be willing to listen to the needs and the concerns of our citizens. Your daily response to calls for service oftentimes represent the worst of those that you're going to serve. You must make it your responsibility to build trust and relationships with our citizens through your service. This difficult job also involves decision-making and case management. Oftentimes, your willingness to dig deep into the issue at hand will allow for a positive outcome. So take pride in your ability to provide a successful outcome as expeditiously as possible. Remind yourself why it is you elected to join the ranks of law enforcement, serving and protecting, of course, but also joining an organization bigger than yourself, whose main mission is to help those people who cannot help themselves. Take pride in knowing that as you don the Springfield Police Department uniform, you represent this agency that has been in existence since 1840. But beware, here's a bit of caution. Too much pride can lead to an ego problem. Be cautious not to allow your newfound career path to distract you from the reason you entered law enforcement in the first place. I urge you to remain humble yet passionate in your quest for law and order. Finally, you will soon understand, and some of you have already experienced this in the law enforcement field, that this job requires dedication. Days and nights become a blur, the radio on your shoulder knows no limits, and oftentimes difficult police work seems to gravitate to those times when your emotional battery is at its all-time low. It is at that point that you all must be dedicated and willing to give of your all for the sake of innocent victims as well as your fellow officers. And just as important as being dedicated to yourself, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, or that hobby that allows your battery to recharge. In the end, your family awaits your safe arrival back home. And to those of you that have put forth effort in your current role and now have been selected on to your next assignment, you too must emulate the qualities and the values of the Springfield Police Department in service, pride, and dedication. but allow me to take a moment to provide you with 4 simple agreements that you must make with yourself as you also accept this new challenge. And these 4 agreements come from the book entitled The 4 Agreements. And each of you will experience your new set of challenges and challenging personalities at every level in this agency. But you must constantly remind yourself of why you chose leadership and how these 4 agreements can have a positive outcome in both your personal life and your life here at the Springfield Police Department. First of all, you must be impeccable with your word. Our word means everything, and levels of trust will be increased or eroded by the tone of your message, the content of your message, and the truthfulness of your message. Always use the power of your word positively. It is the biggest tool that you possess. Secondly, you cannot take anything personally. As supervisors, mid-level managers, and my senior staff, you're accepting the challenge to make tough decisions that will be greeted with frustration and lack of acceptance. People may voice displeasure regardless of the decision being made, but always make an impartial decision based upon the facts presented to you and deliver your response in a respectable manner. Next, you cannot make assumptions. Law enforcement operates with the mentality that the evidence observed and the totality of the circumstances should lead one towards making the right decision. Remember that lesson you were taught in grade school to never judge a book by its cover. Always look beyond that initial experience and take in all necessary facts and ultimately come to an educated decision. Finally, and most important for all of us, we must do our best. We are not perfect, but it is our goal to do our best. As stated above, every rank in this profession undoubtedly deals with pressing issues that require 100% of your attention. Regardless of your mood at the time or your level of exuberance, as you near the end of another grueling day, always remember your team depends on you and also demands that you be at your best. The success of this mission at hand requires all of us to do our best. And at this time, I'd like to introduce a woman who gives her best and 100% to the City of Springfield, Mayor Misty Buscher.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a great day. It is an honor to stand here before you to welcome 14 of our newest members of our law enforcement family. So welcome. I am honored to witness your pledge to protect, to serve, and uphold the values that each of us hold dear. As a sworn officer, you will hear me say this often when I come to your squad meetings. You are the backbone of our community. I say it every time I come in. Your job requires courage, integrity, and commitment, and your job demands the best you have every day. You are the protectors of the entire city of Springfield. That is a huge burden. You are the people we call when we are at our worst. No one calls you and says, "We just had the best cake ever, come by." We call you when we have our worst. I truly believe without the Springfield Police Department, this community would crumble. And I believe that. As I stand here, I speak for your command staff that the chief just introduced to you, as well as myself. We all believe in you, and we're proud of you. We're glad you're a part of our department. To your families that are seated here today, I want to thank you for your gift of giving your loved ones to the city of Springfield and our residents. They're going to miss Christmas. They're going to miss birthday parties. They're going to miss Thanksgiving. Thank you for your commitment. And I also want to ask you to give these men and women grace at the end of their day when they come home. At times, they may deal with a very difficult situation, and they're going to need to process that at home. So thank you in advance for giving them that grace to do so. Kayla, Lonnie, Paola, Jonathan, Shiva, Drake, Eloy, Keaton, Devin, Shane, Zane, Ryan, Kyle, and Justin. Welcome to your new family. We welcome you. I'm honored to be working with you. To Sergeant Lindsay Carpenter, soon. Sergeant Chris Hughes, Lieutenant Jason Oldham, Commander Ryan Leach, and Assistant Chief Joe Beal. Thank you all for your leadership. You are leaders of our organization. I am humbled and honored to lead alongside of you, with you. Leadership is not a position or a title. It is action and example. That is why you're all sitting where you are today, because of your leadership and action and the example you set. So thank you for that. I'm honored to be your coworker, because we're in this together. Thank you, and for all of you, may God bless all of you.
Well, I guess there's no turning back now. She addressed you by your new titles, so takes care of that. All right, so on to the fun stuff now. At this time, we're going to begin the pinning ceremony. And if you have the privilege of pinning your significant other, then as I call their name, feel free to come right on up. And we're going to begin with Lindsay Carpenter. Lindsay's being promoted to the rank of sergeant. Lindsay attended Landfair High School as well as the University of Illinois at Springfield, where she achieved a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Lindsay's been with the Springfield Police Department for 11 years and previously assigned the Street Crimes Unit, Criminal Investigations Division, and the Crisis Response Team. Lindsay has one son, Graham, and Graham is doing the pinning right now. Next up is Christopher Hughes. Chris is also being promoted to the rank of sergeant today. Chris attended Landfair High School and Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville, where he achieved a bachelor's in business administration. Chris has been with the Springfield Police Department for 8 years, previously served with the Street Crimes Unit, the Violence Reduction Task Force, the Proactive Crime Unit, the Mobile Field Force Unit, and served as a field training officer. He also was a recipient of the Chief's Unit Citation in 2021. He is married to his wife, Jennifer. They have 2 children, Kaden and Paige, and Jennifer has already done the pinning. So, all right. Next up is Jason Oldham. Jason's being promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Jason attended Findlay High School as well as Lakeland and Lincoln Land College, where he achieved a basic law enforcement certification. Jason's been in law enforcement for 31 years, having previously served with the Sullivan, Illinois Police Department and Findlay, Illinois Police Departments. He's been with Springfield for approximately 24 years. He's a previous field training officer, DUI enforcement officer, and field training sergeant. He's married to his wife, Kara, and they have one daughter, Taylor, and the pin is on. There you go. There may be a slight cut in there. Next up is Ryan Leach. Ryan is being promoted to the rank of commander in the senior staff. Ryan attended Springfield High School and the University of Illinois Springfield, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in business administration. Ryan's been with the department for approximately 19 years. He's the 2021 Porter Williams Award winner. He's previously served in the Street Crimes Unit, neighborhood police officer of both Beat 400 and 700. He was a school resource officer at Landfair High School. He's a part of the emergency response team. He's a field training officer, field training sergeant, excuse me, I gotta catch my breath here, recruit class supervisor at ISP in McClutzy. He's married to his wife, Stephanie, and they have 4 children, Bailey, Jada, Paige, and Paisley. Congratulations. All right, next up is Joe Beal. Joe has the distinct pleasure of being promoted to the rank of assistant chief. Joe attended Petersburg Porta High School as well as Illinois State University, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in criminal justice sciences. Joe's been with the department for approximately 18 years and has previously served in the emergency response team, a neighborhood police officer, served out here at the Springfield Police Academy. He's a previous Silver Suarez Award winner in 2020. He's also attended the NTOA SWAT Commander SWAT Team Leader course and is slated for the FBI National Academy in January of 25. He's married to Kelly, and they have 2 children, Ian and Bryn. And looks like Ian and Kelly. Where's Bryn? I know, I'm out. Good stuff. All right. So as we transition to our newest officers, before we begin the pinning ceremony, it is tradition that the assistant chief gets to read the code of ethics. So we've had an assistant chief for about 37 seconds. So his first assignment is the code of ethics. You're up, my friend.
Well, I'm going to take some of Chief's recommendations to try to be impeccable in my word, but there's 2 things I can guarantee that's not going to happen. I'm going to make mistakes. So good afternoon, everybody. It's my honor today to stand in front of you as a newly promoted Assistant Chief of the City of Springfield. I wanted to thank Mayor Busher and Chief Scarlett for the trust in me taking on this role for the department. I look forward to the challenges ahead. As the Assistant Chief, it's my duty and honor to read the Code of Ethics to our new officers during the swearing-in ceremony. I will do such, but I ask that all law enforcement in the room, especially those wearing this same uniform, think about the Code of Ethics as I read it and what it means to the community, department, and yourselves. Without impeccable speech, here's the Code of Ethics. As a member of the Springfield Police Department, my first duty is to serve the people of the city of Springfield, Illinois. I will safeguard lives and property, protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder. Above all else, I shall respect the constitutional rights of all people to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all, maintaining courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of welfare of others. I will be honest in thought and in deed in both my personal and official life. I will be exemplary in obeying the law of the land and in the regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear in confidential nature, or that is confided to me in my official capacity, will be ever kept secret unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime, with the relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately without fear or favor, malice or ill will, and never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith and accept it as a public trust to be held as long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself to my chosen profession, law enforcement. Thank you.
Thank you, Assistant Chief Deal. All right, this time we're going to begin the pinning ceremony for our officers. And again, if you have the privilege of pinning your significant other, feel free to come on up. We're going to start with our lateral officers, and we'll begin with Kyle Allison. Kyle's from Williamsville and attended Williamsville High School as well as Western Illinois University, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in law enforcement and justice. Kyle previously served with the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office for the last 2 years. He's married to his wife Olivia, and she's doing the pinning now. Next up is Justin Koger. Justin attended Riverton High School as well as Lindenwood University, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Justin comes to us from Memphis, Tennessee Police Department, where he spent the last 11 years. Justin is being pinned by his mother, Karen. Next up is Ryan McCoy. Ryan attended Carbondale Community High School as well as Southern Illinois University, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Ryan comes to us from the Carbondale Police Department, where he spent the last 2.5 years. Ryan is from Carbondale, and he is being penned by his father, Michael. There it is. Don't get too comfortable. You got a job to do. Next up is Zay Steel. Zane is from Vandalia, and he went to Vandalia Community High School. He previously served with the Vandalia Police Department for the last 2.5 years. He is married to his wife, Bailey. This is not Bailey. This is Officer Ryan McCoy. All right, next up is Keaton Brown. Keaton attended North Green High School in Whitehall, Illinois, as well as Western Illinois University, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in law enforcement and criminal justice and a minor in criminalistics. Keaton is being penned by his fiancee, Bailey. Next up is Shiva Kapoman. Shiva attended North Beach High School in Ocean Shores, Washington. Shiva previously served in the United States Marine Corps and was part of a weapons handling unit. Shiva is married to his wife, Deidre, and they have 2 children, Leonardo and Lenore, and Deirdre is doing the pinning. Excuse me. All right, next up is Jonathan Carter. Jonathan is from the Springfield area. He attended Landfair High School as well as Lincoln Land Community College. Jonathan has 1 child, Emery Isaiah, and is being penned by his girlfriend, Dakota. Next up is Shane Dalton. Shane is also from the Springfield area and attended Southeast High School. He is married to his wife Megan and has 2 children, Adeline and Cameron, and Megan is doing the pinning today. Instruction. Next up is Drake Lewis. Drake attended Auburn High School as well as Illinois College, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Drake is engaged to Lindsay and is being pinned by both Lindsay and his mother, Debbie. All right, next up is Lonnie Lucas Jr. Lonnie's from the Springfield area and attended Springfield High School as well as Benedictine University. He's married to his wife, Lindsay, and has 3 children, Briella, Lennox, and Bishop. And Lindsay is doing the pinning. All right, next up is Eloy Munoz. Eloy attended Mooseheart Child City and School in Mooseheart, Illinois, as well as the University of Illinois Springfield, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a minor in psychology. Eloy is being pinned by his father, Eloy. All right, next up is Devin Simmons. Devin is from Glenwood High School, previously served in the United States Army. He's engaged to Casey, has 3 children, Miley, Jack, and Benjamin, and Casey is doing the pinning. Next up is Paola Trujillo, excuse me. And there's Penelope. I see her. Paola attended Sacred Heart Griffin High School as well as Bradley University. She has 1 daughter, Penelope, and Penelope's going to do the pinning. For those of you in the back row, too, Penelope is a student of Steve Dahlkamp as the teacher, so just to put things in perspective. And finally, Kayla West. Kayla attended Cerro Gordo High School and served in the United States Army Military Police Unit. Kayla is married to Morgan and has 1 child, Huxley. Huxley's going to do the pinning here. Good job, buddy. Kayla, congratulations. All right, team, we practiced this. Let's see if we can work this out. So we're going to administer the oath of office now, so everyone's got a spot. Let's see if we can get this worked out. Perfect. Look at that. Are you ready for this? Okay. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. To the people of the city of Springfield.
The people of the city of Springfield.
I state your name.
I,
Do solemnly pledge.
do solemnly pledge,
Upon my honor as a police officer.
upon my honor as a police officer,
I will faithfully execute.
I will faithfully execute
The duties of a police officer.
the duties of a police officer
Of the city of Springfield.
of the city of Springfield
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I pledge that my every act.
I pledge that my every act
Will exemplify honesty in thought.
will exemplify honesty in thought,
Word and deed.
word, and deed,
Justice fairly administered.
justice fairly administered,
Moral courage to avoid evil.
moral courage to avoid evil
And its temptations.
and its temptations,
Intelligent obedience.
intelligent obedience
To the commands of my superiors.
to the commands of my superiors,
And a readiness at all times.
and the readiness at all times
To do my best.
to do my best
To protect the property.
to protect the property
And lives of our citizens.
and lives of our citizens.
It shall be my unswerving purpose.
It shall be my unswerving purpose
To be friendly but impersonal.
to be friendly but impersonal,
Courteous but firm.
courteous but firm,
Charitable to the inadvertent violator.
charitable to the inadvertent violator.
I will uphold the Constitution.
I will uphold the Constitution,
Enforce the laws of the United States of America.
enforce the laws of the United States of America,
The state of Illinois.
the state of Illinois,
And the city of Springfield.
and the city of Springfield.
Congratulations. Well, as mentioned in the bios, there are 3 officers who join our department with prior military service. The Springfield Police Department provides a pin representing your branch for you to proudly display. That can be found in your gift bag. I wear mine with honor, and I expect that you all will do the same. And so as we close out today, again, what a wonderful experience. Let me ask everyone seated up here today, and those in the back as well, what will your legacy be? Both in this career and in your personal lives. How will you be known? Will you choose to treat others with dignity and respect, knowing that you're representing a much larger organization than simply the nameplate on the front of your uniform? You will represent the values of the Springfield Police Department, demonstrating your service, pride, and dedication. You will give everything you have to those that are most vulnerable, and you will have the integrity as you now represent the finest officer of the Springfield Police Department and the finest leadership cadre of the Springfield Police Department. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud of you all. I'm going to try and set up a receiving line, and we'll start with the mayor. Can come through. If y'all want to maybe, I don't know, just line up across the front here. How would that be? That'll be all y'all.